Should find out today if the Patriot Act is history, and if so, what will replace it. Hanging in the balance, the fate of all that bulk data collection from your phone calls and text messages and emails. And next guest is very much against all of this. Senator Rand Paul is the author of a new book called Taking a Stand. He's also running for president. Senator, thank you for coming back here to America's
Thank you for having me, Bill.
Newsroom. You've had a big week. You've been in the crosshairs of a lot of people. Are you going to win or lose on this issue?
You know, I think the American people are with me on this. We had over 1 million people go to randpaul.com signing up and saying enough's enough. We're tired of the government collecting our records without a warrant that is specific to an individual, without a warrant that has suspicion as is required by the Fourth Amendment. So I think we're winning the battle. Whether we're going to win the legislative battle is still up in the air. But I think even within Congress, the vast majority of people now believe that even those who support the Patriot Act say that the Patriot Act does not give justification for the bulk collection of all Americans' records. The second highest court in the land also says now that this program is illegal. So I think we should do everything. I'm going to continue to filibuster until we either stop the program or amend it.
There are revisions on the table, too, to that Patriot Act. And the revisions call for, stricter surveillance over the phone numbers, whether or not they have a connection to terrorists and related activities there. The former Attorney General Michael Mukasey was on with Neil Cavuto yesterday. And he really lined you up and knocked you down. I want you to listen to this and react to it. Watch.
He's completely off the wall. There's no way the Republican Party is going to nominate somebody like that. The question is how much damage he's going to do in the meantime. And the answer apparently is quite a lot. There are people who are concerned about civil liberties who don't understand that the NSA bulk data gathering program has nothing to do with civil liberties. Rand Paul is willing to exploit that lack of knowledge for his own purpose because he wants to add fuel to his Republican presidential aspirations.
Exploitation, calling you off the wall. What's your reaction?
You know, I think that kind of disregard for the Bill of Rights is, he may think that's popular, and it might be popular inside the Beltway, but outside the Beltway, people do still care about the Bill of Rights. One of the things that happens that does affect people's civil liberties under the Patriot Act is that 99% of the time, one of the sections is not being used for terrorists, but is actually being used for domestic crime. They promised when they passed this that, we need to lower the standards, we're going to get rid of the Constitution, we can't really have constitutional protections for terrorists. Some of that I can accept, but the warning was that eventually this would be used on American citizens for other possible crimes. Section 213 of the Patriot Act, over 99% of the time is being used for domestic crime. So we gave up on the Constitution without even really understanding what we were doing. I'm trying to get it back.
Yeah, Peter King says you're putting national security at risk. So if that's the case, react to this. If the Patriot Act dies, if you were to win your argument, are the American people safer or not?
I think we can actually gain more information by using the Constitution. And I've had this discussion with high-level intelligence community advisors and supervisors. And when I ask them, can you get more information with a traditional constitutional warrant or with the sweeping up of things illegally? And they'll tell me, yes, you can do more with warrants. It takes a little more effort. I'm for getting terrorists. I'm for looking at the records of terrorists. I just want to use the Constitution. I don't want to give up on what we believe in or what we stand for in a period of fear, sort of lose what we're fighting for. The young men and women that I know that have risked their lives overseas have done so to protect the Bill of Rights. If we give up on the Bill of Rights in this period of fear, I think we've done the wrong thing and a disservice to the memory of these soldiers who have fought so hard for our country.
Two more things quickly. What's the petition all about?
The petition is at randpaul.com, and it is about trying to influence Washington to end the bulk collection of records.
Is that working?
See, yeah, we've had over 1 million people come and sign up. The thing is that when you look at this, 80% of people under 40 think the government's gone too far. This is an overwhelming majority of our country, particularly the younger people in our country, think the government's gone too far. The House of Representatives voted overwhelmingly to restrict this practice. So the people who want to extend the Patriot Act with no amendments, I think they're outside of history and they're outside really what popular opinion is currently.
I'm crunched for time here. Hillary Clinton's emails, we'll at least see them publicly today. What is your expectation? What should the American people expect to see?
Well, we'll see the ones that she didn't destroy. She sort of self-selected the ones that she thought were important, but this is coming from an individual who, when she worked in the State Department, didn't obey the law to begin with, which said she should have had an official email on an official government server. So she's already broken the law once, so now we're to trust her that the ones she turned over are all of the emails. I personally won't be satisfied till we look at the server, so I think we need to keep searching and see if we can find all of her emails to see whether or not she's being honest with us.
Appreciate your time today. Senator Rand Paul, thank you out of Washington. Thank you. Martha.
Well,